If you're over 60, this one simple habit could quietly increase your risk of stroke. While you sleep, no warning signs, no pain, just one moment you're fine. And the next you can't move your arm, your words come out jumbled. Or you lose your balance completely. As someone who has studied brain health for years, I've witnessed far too many seniors experience this devastating change. And not because of smoking, poor eating, or lack of exercise, but because of something they believed was. Vitamins, yes, that's right, vitamins. Every single day millions of older adults take supplements hoping to strengthen their bones, increase their energy, or keep their minds sharp. And while many supplements do provide benefits, some, especially when taken in large amounts or at the wrong times, can silently put your brain at serious risk. Today, I'm going to share with you 5 common vitamins that could increase your chances of stroke, brain bleeding, or dangerous blood pressure spikes. The early morning hours when your brain is most at risk. If you've ever taken vitamin D, B6 or niacin, this information might be life-saving. Before we dive in, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever wondered if your vitamins might be causing harm? Leave a comment with the number 1. If you're interested to learn more, leave 0 if this is completely new information to you. And if brain health is important to you or someone you care about, please give this video a thumbs up. Channel for honest science-based advice specifically designed for older adults. Now, let's begin with the most shocking one, vitamin D. What most people don't know about it could turn a peaceful night's sleep into a medical emergency. You've likely heard it's beneficial for your bones, your mood, even your immune system. And that's absolutely true when taken properly. But here's something most seniors are never told: taking too much vitamin D, especially at night, can quietly wreck. This sounds unbelievable, but I've seen it happen to my own patients. Let me tell you about Robert, a 74-year-old retired military officer. He was mentally sharp, disciplined, and took his health very seriously. Every morning, without fail, he would arrange his supplements, including a 10,000 IU vitamin D capsule he purchased without prescription. He thought he was protecting his bones, but what he didn't realize was that this daily routine was slowly pushing him. His spouse found him disoriented. He couldn't speak properly. His right arm was completely limp. A stroke had occurred during the night. His blood tests revealed dangerously elevated calcium levels, hardened arteries, and erratic blood pressure readings. The cause: vitamin D poisoning. Here's what happens when you take large doses of vitamin D, especially without medical supervision. It forces calcium to accumulate in your bloodstream, and your body doesn't know how to handle all. Deposits it into your arteries, making them rigid and narrow. And you can guess where this leads: a blood clot traveling straight to your brain. As we age, our arteries naturally become less flexible. Add dehydration, poor sleep quality, and a calcium surge at night, and you've created the perfect conditions for stroke. The most frightening part is there are absolutely no warning signs. You go to sleep feeling perfectly normal and wake up with your life completely changed here. Surprise you, many non-prescription vitamin D supplements available contain far more than older adults actually require. 5,000 IU, 10,000 IU. People consume these daily thinking more equals better. But research indicates that even 2,000 IU daily might be excessive. If you're not actually deficient, let me be crystal clear. If you're taking vitamin D, especially alongside calcium or heart medications, it's absolutely essential to have your bull. Never before bedtime. You know how many IUs are in your current supplement? Leave a D in the comments if you're currently taking vitamin D. Let's start this important conversation. And if this information made you think twice, please give this video a like to help others discover it too. Now, if that surprised you, just wait. The next vitamin is one many people take for heart health, but in older adults, it can lead to something even more dangerous than a clot of bread. Vitamin E is often called the circulation helper. If you've been taking it for years, you're certainly not alone. Many people over 60 add vitamin E to their daily routine, hoping it will support their heart, improve blood flow, maybe even enhance memory and skin health. But here's the crucial information that doesn't appear on the bottle label. Too much vitamin E, especially when combined with common heart medications, can increase your risk of bleeding inside the brain. Yes, even everything else correctly. Let me share a story I'll never forget about Alina, an 81-year-old retired school librarian. She was intelligent, quick-witted, and always had a novel nearby. She had a heart valve condition and was taking warfarin, a commonly prescribed blood thinner. Her physicians monitored everything carefully. Her blood work was normal, her blood pressure was stable. But one day she purchased a bottle of natural vitamin E she saw advertised in a health magazine. Thought it would help my memory and circulation, she explained to me later. 3 weeks after starting it, she was rushed to the emergency room with a severe headache, confusion, and nausea. A brain scan revealed a hemorrhagic stroke, bleeding inside the brain, not because of high blood pressure, not because of an accident, but because the combination of warfarin and high-dose vitamin E had made her blood too thin to clot properly. Just one fragile blood vessel in her brain rupture. People don't understand vitamin E in large doses functions like a natural blood thinner. That means it interferes with clotting. If you're already taking aspirin, Plavix, or any blood-thinning medication, and then add vitamin E, your risk of internal bleeding silently increases, especially in the brain, where even a small hemorrhage can rob you of your speech, your memory, or your ability to walk properly. And here's the shocking part. The recommended daily amount for older adults is about 22 IU, yet most supplements on store shelves contain 200, 400, even 1,000 IU per capsule. No warnings, no consultations, and many people take them daily for years. Alina survived, but she now requires a walking aid. Her short-term memory was permanently affected. She told me through tears, "I just wanted to help myself. I had no idea I was causing harm." And that's what breaks my heart, because she's not alone. So met is safe, especially when you're taking heart or blood pressure medications. You absolutely must consult your doctor before adding anything new to your routine. Now, if the thought of brain bleeding wasn't concerning enough, there's another vitamin people take for nerve support and energy that can quietly damage your nerves. And sometimes the damage is permanent. Let's talk about vitamin B6. Vitamin B6 is often marketed as nerve support or brain enhancement. You might have seen it. Pharmacy claiming to help with energy, focus, or even memory, and maybe someone even recommended it for aging nerve health. But here's what most seniors are never warned about: too much vitamin B6 can actually harm your nerves, sometimes irreversibly. Let me tell you about George. He was 76, a retired long-distance truck driver. He came to my office because his feet felt numb, his hands were tingling, and his balance was deteriorating. At first, he assumed. Then again, the third time, he struck his head on the bathroom floor. When I examined his supplements, I immediately spotted the problem. He had been taking a nerve support formula for over a year. The label claimed it supported brain health and circulation, but inside each tablet was 100 milligrams of vitamin B6, and he was taking 2 tablets daily. That's 200 milligrams per day over 10 times. The recommended safe upper limit for seniors. Now here's the eliminated through urine. B6 accumulates in your system over time, and in older adults, it can damage the protective covering around your nerves, like removing insulation from electrical wiring. The result is tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, tremors, even confusion or memory problems. What's worse, the symptoms develop gradually. Many people think it's arthritis or normal aging or early dementia, but it could actually be B6 toxicity, a slow, preventable tie. Help, and the damage can be permanent if not detected early. George was fortunate. We discontinued the supplement, and the damage didn't progress. But he still uses a cane. He no longer drives. He told me, "I just wanted to protect my brain. I didn't realize I was slowly poisoning it." Let's be clear, vitamin B6 is important, but in very small quantities. Older adults only need about 2 to 10 milligrams per day, and that includes what you get from food. Contain 50, 100, even 200 milligrams. That's not just unnecessary, it's dangerous. So, if you're taking any supplement that mentions nerve, brain, or energy, check the label, know your dosages, and leave B6 in the comments. If you've taken a supplement like that, or know someone who has now, you might be thinking at least some vitamins like a must be safe, it's just for eyesight. Right, well, not exactly. Let's discuss vitamin. If you're like most older adults, for good vision, maybe you've even taken it for your immune system, skin health, or because someone said it helps with healthy aging. But here's what almost no one tells you, especially if you're over 60. Too much vitamin doesn't just sit harmlessly in your system. It builds up, and over time it can increase pressure inside your skull, mimicking stroke symptoms, damaging your vision, and even affecting your brain function. Let me tell you about Patricia. She was 79, a retired music taught students in her living room and took pride in maintaining her independence. But one day she started experiencing headaches, then came the blurred vision, then the dizziness and slurred speech. Her family feared the worst, a stroke. But when we performed her scans, something unexpected appeared. No clot, no bleeding. Instead, she had elevated intracranial pressure, too much pressure inside the brain. Her spinal fluid was backing up. Tiny veins in her brain were under stress. Toxicity. She had been taking a high-dose skin and eye supplement for over 5 years, nearly 10,000 IU per day, every single day, without realizing the consequences. Here's the key difference. Vitamin is fat-soluble. That means your body stores it in your liver, your tissues, even your brain. It doesn't flush out like vitamin C or B vitamins. And as we age, our liver function slows down, so that accumulation happens even faster when there's too much vitamin. Pseudotumor cerebri, a false brain tumor. The symptoms include headaches, blurred or double vision, dizziness, nausea, even permanent vision loss or cognitive decline. The tricky part is many multivitamins already contain the full recommended dose of vitamin. But some people, like Patricia, unknowingly double or triple that amount by adding skin, eye, or anti-aging formulas on top. The safe upper limit for seniors is roughly 2,500 to 3,000 IU per. Many supplements sold online contain 5,000, 10,000 IU or more, taken daily for months or years. It's easy to see how the damage accumulates. Patricia is slowly recovering, but she now requires regular eye examinations, pressure monitoring, and balance therapy. She told me, "I thought I was doing something beneficial for my body. I never imagined it could harm my brain." And that's why I share her story, because it's not about creating fear, it's about me and your independence now. If you thought vision vitamins were risky, wait. until you hear what happens when a vitamin intended for cholesterol and heart health suddenly causes your blood pressure to spike. Let's talk about niacin. Niacin, also known as vitamin B3, is often praised as a natural way to lower cholesterol. Some doctors even prescribe it. You'll also find it in heart health supplements, energy drinks, and fortified cereals. But here's what's often left out of. Older adults. Niacin in high doses can quietly cause serious fluctuations in your blood pressure and even trigger a stroke. Let me introduce you to Thomas. He's 82, a retired postal worker. He came to see me with a strange combination of symptoms: hot flashes in his face, a pounding sensation in his chest, dizziness that came and went every morning. His wife thought it was anxiety. His son blamed it on his blood pressure medication. But the real cause was something. Been taking an over-the-counter heart-healthy supplement. The front label said supports cholesterol and circulation. The back listed 1,000 milligrams of niacin. Per serving, he was taking it twice daily. That's 2,000 milligrams daily over 60 times. The amount most seniors actually need. Here's what happens when you take niacin in high doses. It causes your blood vessels to suddenly expand, which is why your face may flush or feel warm, but shortly after though. Sudden tightening can raise your blood pressure, stress your heart, and reduce blood flow to your brain over time. This yo-yo effect is like repeatedly tapping a hammer on fragile glass. Eventually, something breaks. Thomas had what's called a transient ischemic attack, or TIA, a mini stroke. His speech slurred for 2 minutes. Then returned. He thought it was insignificant. I had to tell him the difficult truth. His daily supplement, meant to help his heart, was quietly harming his brain. And many seniors take high-dose niacin without even realizing it. They purchase flush-free or extended-release forms online thinking it's safer. But even those versions can still raise blood pressure, trigger irregular heartbeat, and affect blood sugar levels. Here's what you need to know for older adults. Anything above 50 milligrams of niacin per day should be used only under medical supervision. And if you have high blood pressure, heart rhythm issues, or are taking medication. Thomas is now off niacin. He's recovering, no permanent damage. But he told me something I won't forget. Doctor, I thought I was doing everything right. I didn't know I was gambling with my brain. So now that we've discussed 5 common vitamins, each with the potential to quietly harm the brain, you might be asking, what should I take instead, or better yet, what should I eat? Let's talk about real food, the kind that protects your brain without the risks. By now, you might be wondering, be risky, what should I do instead? It's an excellent question, because the truth is your body wasn't designed to function on pills. It was built to thrive on real food, whole, natural, nutrient-rich food that your brain recognizes, absorbs, and uses in exactly the right amounts. Let me tell you about Margaret. She's 73, a retired school principal. When I first met her, she pulled out a drawer full of supplements: vitamin D for bones, vitamin E for heart, be calm, multivitamin, and several others for brain support. I'm doing everything right, doctor, she said. But she was feeling dizzy in the mornings. Her balance was off, her blood pressure kept climbing. Something wasn't right. So we did something revolutionary. We cleared the confusion one by one. We removed the pills and replaced them with food. No magic diet, no fancy program, just simple whole foods at the right time in the right combinations. Here's what her breakfast looked like: 1 boiled, half an avocado rich in healthy fats, a slice of whole grain toast for slow, steady energy, a handful of blueberries loaded with brain protective antioxidants, a glass of room temperature water to hydrate the brain. Sometimes she added a few walnuts or almonds. That's it. No powders, no pills, just food, real, recognizable, nourishing within just a few weeks. Margaret noticed a difference. Her dizziness faded, her blood pressure stabilized, her energy returned. And she told me, in years, here's why it worked. Your brain needs hydration, healthy fats, consistent fuel, and micronutrients in their natural form. It doesn't need mega doses. It needs balance. Some of the best foods for older adults include leafy greens like spinach and kale, rich in folate, and antioxidants, fatty fish like salmon or sardines full of omega-3s to protect brain cells, berries for polyphenols that reduce inflammation, nuts and seeds for vitamin E, magnesium. Sugar stable and support circulation. And remember, these foods don't just protect your brain, they support your heart, bones, mood, and mobility. Too, you're not just eating, you're healing with every bite. Final wake-up call: awareness is the best medicine at this stage in life. Every choice matters more, and the truth is it's not the pills you take, but what you understand about them that truly protects you. Your body at 60, 70, or 80 doesn't process supplements the same way. Meaning habits like taking vitamins can quietly backfire if you're not careful. That's why awareness is your most powerful medicine. You don't need to fear vitamins, but you do need to respect them. Read the labels, ask your doctor, and listen to your body, especially when it whispers. If any part of this information spoke to you, tell me in the comments what's one change you'll make starting tomorrow. If you found this helpful, give it a like to help others find it too, and please subscribe so we can keep learning, growing, and staying strong together. You're not alone on this journey, and you're never too old to take back control of your health.